What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Girl. I was just listening. I was just making my coffee, listening to Not a Doctor Umar, girl, talking about child support again. Girl, if what the girl, I don't, ugh. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Shout out to everybody who liked the last video with that I was dragging Handy and Mandingo. That video hit 1,000 likes, and also the Cardi B video hit 1,000 likes. The first video we made on Puffy, it hit 1,000 likes. So thank you, everybody, liking the video. Don't forget to like the video. It's because it amazes me how I can have over 5,000 views and like less than 1,000 likes, and I'm just like, are you? How come you're not liking the video? Or you don't even have to like it. You can oh shit, you could dislike it. You could hit the thumbs down. Engagement is engagement. I can actually see it. Like on the front page, you can't really see the thumb. You can't see the thumbs down anymore because they took that feature away because people were like going to intentionally do thumbs down. Remember back in the day when I would make a video, it would be a thumbs down. It would just always be one thumbs down, one thumbs down. I had a feeling. I thought I had a feeling who it was, but then after a while, I was like, maybe it's a bot. Maybe it's a bot because it just happens automatically. And I'm like, damn, you can't be on it like that, stalking the girl's page. But I at the end of it, I thought it was a bot. But then YouTube took the feature away because people were intentionally going. They wanted to see how many dislikes a video could get. I think it was Disney was the first video. It was like a Disney, something about Disney, and they had a bunch of dislikes like within like minutes, and they were just like, what the fuck? So I don't know what happened. Like they took away, remember when Elon Musk got caught? Somebody saw that he liked a video, liked a tweet about, who was a tweet about? I think it was like a racist tweet or a misogynistic tweet or something. He liked it, and then it got put on blast, and so now they took away the ability to see what people like on Twitter. And to me, that was like, I felt like that was a good judge of kind of like your behavior online in the platform. Like I could see what you like. I need to be able to get I wish they would bring that back, but you can't see because somebody caught Elon Musk. So he changed the feature. That's some shit. Ain't that some shit? So yeah, no Dr. Umar, not a Dr. Umar Johnson was on some podcast sitting in front of a camera with a fucking I don't know what he had on his head, child. Anyway, he was saying how child support payments, if it's determined that the mother is not allowing the father to see the child, then he shouldn't have to pay child support. He was saying a bunch of dumb shit, and I want to read some of the comments. First of all, let me let y'all hear what he had to say first. Hey, yo, Jaguar. And then we're going to go back to Duffel Bag Boy. Shout out to Bondi Blue, because I'm trying to tell y'all, he talking about, girl, we going to come back to Ray J and what he said to Jaguar Wright. Not a Dr. Umar. Let's hear.
Not let a woman destroy a man's life financially because the relationship is over. I mean, I think black men need to organize, and we, had this dialogue. Black men need to organize, enforce
Nigga, spell organize.
A change in legislation regarding child support. First of all, if I can't see my child, you don't get my money. If I can't see my child, you don't get my money. That should be law. Because too many women are denying us the right to see our children and yet still benefiting from child support.
That's a lie.
That should be illegal.
He's lying.
He's
like saying a straight out lie.
Because lying. I know a lot of fathers who pay child support and they still have to take care of their children after they pay child support because the mother of the child is using child support on herself and not necessarily the children. So yes, child support should go on a card. It should go on a card, Art, and you have to use that credit card for all purchases for the child. So that way, if the father wants to, Art, I should be able to log into my child support folder, my child support online profile, and I should be able to see what you're buying with my money. What is wrong with a black father logging into the child support database, going to my profile, and seeing that she bought my daughter some shoes, she paid for swimming lessons, class pictures, they went to the movies and dinner. I should see how my money is being spent. And not all black women are guilty of misappropriating the child support. I don't want to say that they're doing that, but I do know a sizable proportion of black women are guilty of misappropriating
no
the child
stat,
support.
no
That's not
source,
fair. And it
nothing.
needs
Just
to be
talking.
a special law for celebrities.
Nothing.
Art. There should be a ceiling on child support for celebrities. If your income bracket is at a certain level, and I can't predetermine what that is because I would need to think about that deeper, and I'm not a millionaire, okay? But there should be a predetermined income bracket that if you are at this income bracket or higher, you cannot be forced to pay more than this percentage of your earnings. The way in which these celebrity baby mamas, and don't get me wrong, I have no mercy for black men who bunny hopped. If you bunny hop and got stuck with a child support situation, I have no mercy on you because you should have never dated outside of the community. I want to be very clear about that. But for the brothers who are dating within the community, these women should not be able to get $25,000 a month if you can't afford it. $50,000 a month if you can't afford it. What can you possibly do for a child that's only 5 years old, Art, with $25,000 a month? Nothing at all I can think of. It's ridiculous. There needs to be a ceiling on the child support. I and my beautiful African sisters, y'all know I love y'all. But there needs to be a ceiling on child support because it is being weaponized to destroy the economic security of black men, and I cannot support that.
Yeah, I know Tyrese claiming that his baby mom trying to raise his, child support from 10K to 40K for only one child. So
that's ridiculous, man. They are literally using women to destroy black men financially. Literally, Art.
Just lying. Like just no source, no stat, no nothing. Just talking, just throwing out shit. And then where they really fuck up is they use these celebrities, like he mentioned celebrities, because if you really break it down, niggas be paying like $87, $120, depending on how much he makes, literally. And a lot of these niggas ain't making a lot of money. If you look at the average in the United States, the average is $400. That's the average somebody is getting a month. The average. It's very low, actually. When you ask people, my child support payment was $285 for 2 children, and he still got out of it. He figured out a way to get the fuck out of paying child support. A lot of these men don't even have the money. They don't have a lot of these men don't have the money to take care of children. They don't even have the money to take care of themselves. And then if they do have the money, they complain about taking care of the children. He said something at the beginning here. I want to list.
You cannot let a woman destroy a man's life financially because the relationship is over.
Okay. So two things what he's doing is two things. He's making the assumption that the two people who had a children are in a relationship, and that because they're no longer in the relationship, she is doing something to him to financially cripple him. Right? It's not the idea of taking care of your responsibility that you created in the partnership, married, unmarried, doesn't matter. If you are out of the relationship, no longer in the relationship, and the court says this person should pay for this, awards child support, the child support, the family people in the courts, they're going to go by what this man makes. They're not going to put the man in the position to not be able to pay child support payments. So whatever you've shown the court on how much, this is how much they pay. They're going to run your social security number and to see how much what you're claiming on taxes, see how much you made. They're going to say, how often do you spend time with the child? If you don't, it's a monetary amount based on how the child lives, what the child is used to, how much time you spend with the child, and how much you make. And they complain about that. And then they act like you're doing something to them. You heard them at the end. The government, here he is, the government is using you to cripple Black men financially. What is the average annual salary of Black or African American men in the United States as of 2023? Show me a statistic. As of 2023, the average annual salary for a Black or African American man in the United States is approximately $52,000. This figure can vary significantly based on factors such as education, location, industry, and experience. To provide context, the statistics can be found from various reports from the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics and other labor market research organizations to analyze the income data across different demographics. $52,000. The average child support payment in the United States is $400 to $500 per child. That's a general estimate, the average monthly child support payment in the United States. Each state has its own formula for calculating child support, which takes into the account the income of both parents, the needs of the child, and other relevant factors. 80% of non-custodial parents are fathers. 80% of non-custodial parents are fathers. Let me go back to these comments.
If I can't see my child, you don't get my money.
Let me tell you something, motherfucker. If I get my goddamn oil changed with child support money, you just gonna have to deal with it. If I get my goddamn windshield wiper blades changed with child support money, you're gonna just have to deal with it, sir. Because I need to see through this windshield to take these kids to school. I need to see through this. I need to get the car from A to B to take these kids to their doctor's appointments, to take them to their friend's house, to take them to the movies. After I gave them another $40 to take to the movies, right? And then if I go to the grocery store and get a bottle of wine with some child support money, goddamn it, I need that too to take care of these children. Mm-hmm. Sure do. That old trope. I'm so tired of hearing of that old trope. Oh, the women are keeping the men from seeing their children. The women are trying to financially break, even though it's the courts that come up with the dollar amount. The woman does not come up with the dollar amount. They don't. They don't come with the dollar amount. That's determined by the court, fool. But you blaming the woman. Now you mad at the woman. You know men kill women about shit like that. I have a solution. And shout out to the lowering of the birth rates in the United States. Shout out to that. I posted that on the community page this morning. It's the lowest it's been, and it hasn't gone up since before the panorama. It's been going down. And it's getting to a point literally of no return. Shout out to the girls closing their legs. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the women who are choosing not to have children. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the women who are choosing to just have one child and that's it, cutting everything off. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to all of you who are contributing to the low birth and the low fertility rates in the United States. I'm so proud of y'all. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. And if you do slip up and let one of these motherfucking weirdos ejaculate in you and you have a baby, do not name the baby after that motherfucker and do not give the baby his last name. That's your baby. And you don't have, the baby doesn't have to have his last name in order for him to financially take care of the child. I feel like once a man expresses that he doesn't want to take care of the child, you should take him to court to release his paternity rights. So he has nothing to say. It's almost as though he just turned into a sperm donor. And a lot of these men, unfortunately, that's all they are. And it's unfortunate because the women are still seeking for the man to take care of the child and they don't want to take care of the child. All they need in their mind, right? Like that man said, since his children are an accomplishment. He actually did absolutely nothing and the woman probably didn't come. And he feels his children are an accomplishment. Why? How? How do you feel that as a man to even say that out of his mouth is ridiculous? He talking about this, child support is ridiculous. Bitch, you thinking that your child, any man, I'm sorry, any man running around here saying that his children are his accomplishment, get him out of here. Girl, you have done nothing. 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 Okay, comments. I said I already said this. I said some men pay as little as $87 a month and still complaining. The truth is a lot of men don't want to be parents. They want to have kids running around with their last names. Women would actually throw a wrench in the entire game if we stop naming children after men, stop giving children men last names, because once you do that, it takes away from the feeling that they've accomplished something because a woman allowed him to live another generation through her body. Once a man has expressed a desire not to pay child support, then he should release all parental rights. Ladies, whatever the relationship dynamic is, remember, always give your babies your last name. Here's this woman says, here you go. I made a partial list for you. Rent, lights, mortgage, gas, car note, gas for car insurance, food, clothes, shoes, diapers, milk, school supplies, tuition, haircuts, hair done, after school care, medicine, entertainment, activities, sports, gymnastics, iPads, phone bill, your phone bill, toiletries, detergent, body wash, college, extracurricular dues and fees, uniforms, Roblox bucks, Xbox snacks, Uber Eats. I said, don't forget glasses and braces. Let's see what else. Um, you got, wait, you forgot time taking children to school, doctor's appointments, taking off when they're sick, time spent cooking and cleaning, time spent taking care of extracurricular activities, time spent at activities, whole time when children are sick, and said single mother is up in the middle of the night, because also time is money. Right. Birthdays, Christmas, because most deadbeats don't give presents, their friends' birthdays, the time I have to take off of work when the child is sick, each time the school has spirit week or random miscellaneous fees I got to pay, hygiene care. Right. And if women itemized everything that they spent on a child, the child support would increase. The amount would be wild. Sometimes you need to give them exactly what they ask for. Black brothers, what the hell is wrong with us relating to taking care of our kids? Stop making kids with women you don't want. Let me see. He's mad because he's typing in all caps. This is a man. This is a man named LeVar. He's pissed. He said, Black brothers, What the hell is wrong with us relating to taking care of, he spelled KF. He's pissed. Taking care of our kids. It's 4 exclamation points and 3 question marks. This is in all caps. Stop making kids with women you not with if you have such an issue. Exclamation point. 5 exclamation points. He's pissed. If my kid is not with me all day, DAH, okay, but with the mother, I can give her a part of my part of raising my kid. It if she gets her hair done or buys something, I don't care. Are the lights on in the home that my kids are in? Are they clothed? Are they fed? Do they have transportation? Is the heat on? Co-pays paid? If she didn't have kids, she could have a 1 bedroom. If the kids live with her, she needs more than one. That costs. You want to keep your money? You go get a lawyer, put yourself on support on your terms. Stop making kids cost. That's why a lot of people are not having kids, because one, they're not like, there's rumor, well, DDG put out that him and Haley are broken up. People after they have kids, the niggas start acting weird. What does Funky Dinero say? The fastest way to get rid of a nigga is get pregnant, have a baby. That's the quickest way to get rid of his ass. Okay. They don't want to take care of the kids. They don't want to take care of the kids. They complain about $25, $52, $54 child support payments, because then they're looking at someone like Tyrese and thinking like they're in comparison to him. Like, oh my God, they're looking at $52 and thinking it's $5,200. Motherfucking niggas are weak as hell. Women are going to get this page deleted for this. But as a father who was on child support, I disagree. I disagree because she might have spent her hair and nails money on the child. So when she gets the child support, she goes and gets her hair and nails done. Right. It was time for me to go get my nails done, but the boys need a haircut. So I'm going to pay for them to get the haircut. When the child support payment comes, to be clear, I don't get child support payments. Somebody helped him figure out a way not to pay child support. When I tell you that's a treasonous motherfucker, if you ever helped a man get out of paying child support, bitch, go to hell with gasoline draws on and a fucking alcohol cigarette, bitch. Ooh, that pisses me off. If you are ever in community and you helped a man get out of paying child support payment, off with your motherfucking head. I have no problem with that at all. So I didn't care when she did what she did with the money after it left my check. The only thing I'd have a problem with is if she spends on herself and the child is without, and I have to give more money. It's always the men who don't have full custody of their kids complaining about what women do with child support, but will meet a new woman and trick on her, and she supports her kids with his money. But I digress. Coming from a man that made 2 women single mothers. How about men are mandated to have a vasectomy until they turn 30 to have it reversed? I agree. The same way y'all introduce these chemicals to little girls so they don't get pregnant, you go put a little girl on birth control pills or put something in her fucking arm. You know, what's his name said they fucking at 14, right? Yeah, as soon as they hit puberty, bop, cut it off. Procedures, line them up. I bet all this shit would stop. Line the little boys up and get vasectomies. And then after you are of sound mind, and have decided that, and you need to show paperwork. You need to show that you have an income, and now I want to have children. Okay, well then we can go reverse your vasectomy. But after that, no. See, they count on, that's why they're mad at the birth rate going on. They want y'all to keep making workers. They want y'all to fuck around and find out and keep making workers. Whether you married, I don't give a fuck about the relationship dynamic. We're talking about children. Children come, niggas in marriages start acting stupid. Niggas in long-term relationships start acting stupid. Niggas, they start acting stupid way after the children come, or whatever the fuck it happens. Anything can happen. People get divorced, relationships break up. People don't want them motherfuckers around. Kick his ass out the home. Just because he's out the home doesn't mean he gets to evade his responsibility of taking care of a child, but they do. There are some men who quit working so they don't have to take care of a child. It's true. Stop having kids with random women. It's not, that doesn't matter. These men are in long-term relationships with women. They're not having children with random women. They're having children with women they're in relationships with and still don't want to take care of the children. Tyrese, since he was used as an example, was in a marriage relationship. I don't know how long he was married, probably not long, because she realized, oops, I fucked up. Let me get the fuck out of this relationship. He's not who he says he was. Or he showed me somebody else, and when the kid came, he switched up. You can go on Psychology Today and find out how many men switch up when the baby comes because they're no longer the center of the world. If you don't feel the need to micromanage her decisions regarding your child, know the type of person you're making babies with and trust their authority to parent responsibly. Problem solve. Lights, housing, transportation, gas, groceries, clothing, the list goes on and on. Be fucking for real. Men also get child support. What about them? Women will spend all their money on caring for their kids, from rent to clothes to food to child support to food to support to transportation. Child support is their reimbursement. Right. Girl, this a motherfucker will send $600 a year for some school clothes and think they did something. Nigga, I spent $600 in 2 months on groceries. The fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, that don't mean shit. That's why when their father sends money for school clothes, I don't say thank you at all. Nope. Thank you for what? You're not getting a cookie for nothing you're supposed to do. And you're not even doing what you're supposed to do. You've taught them nothing. You've instilled nothing in them. Nothing. They haven't learned nothing from you. If you died today and somebody asked your children, what did you learn from your father? They will say nothing. The majority, I'm back to this. The majority of men do not deserve children. Keep your goddamn legs closed. Ladies, keep them closed. And if you flip up and trip up, go to PP. Go to PP, get a fetus deletus, and be done with it. Unless you want to have a baby. But don't count on these men. Don't name them after them. Don't give them their last names. Don't junior these kids. Don't third these kids. Nothing. When these men realize that you are no longer the vessel that they can live on another generation and not have to do anything else in life, when you cut off because they're in survival mode, they got to live another generation. See, we come from mother, and we know that we can regenerate and reproduce. We're not running around in survival mode. We know we can reproduce. We're not running around. They need somebody to reproduce them. I know I can go get reproduced. But they need somebody to reproduce them, and they need you to do it. Keep your legs closed. And if you do, don't allow him to name it. Don't allow him don't nothing. You are a sperm donor, sir. When they realize, oh, your purpose is only to donate the sperm, you're not going to get to name the baby. The baby's not going to have your last name. I tell you, they stop fucking. I tell you, they stop fucking to have babies. They would. They're not going to stop fucking, but they'd stop fucking to have babies. They would be like, oh, I don't want a baby. If they knew that women should really honor their bodies to say, you are a man, you deserve to live another generation. That is a privilege, not a right. It is a privilege to live another generation through children and offspring. Not your right to. That's not your right. That's why they want to take these abortions away, because they don't want you to be able to say, I don't want to. I don't want to do this. I'm good. No, thank you. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I hate when I do that. When you clean it and then you accident your finger accidentally hits it, girl. I think that's. Oh no, we're good. Okay, we're good on time. I have no here. Here is Sabrina Parr. I black me. Hey, get our black me. Black me. You better go get you a good black man. If you got you a good black man, you better keep that black man. That's Sabrina Parr, the one that was trying to marry a fucking drug addict, Lamar Odom. Fucking pick me dizzy bitch. Let me go. I'm gonna let me go all the way down here. I'm gonna try and find that black man. You better keep that black man. Babe, if you have a black man, you better keep that black man. Girl, I hate you patriarchy, pick me princesses, mountain climbing, boot wearing mammy bitches. I can't stand you hoes. I really can't. Here she go. I'ma find it. If you got you a black man, you better keep that black man. If you got you a black man, you better keep that black man. Keep that black man, girl. If you got you a black man, listen.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you are a black woman and you know you have a good black man at home, you need to do what it takes to keep that black man. Because let me tell you something, there are not a lot of available good black men out here that are still interested in dating black women. So let me just hit you with some facts. Naturally, there are just more women on this earth than men, okay? We are outnumbering them. So then there's a large percentage of those black men that are incarcerated. There's another percentage of those men that are just into men. It's just the world that we live in. There's another percentage of those men that are already taken and married, and a lot of them are not marrying the black women. So when you do come across a black man that is single and good and actually willing to date a black woman, how do you ensure that he is actually desiring you and wants to commit to you? Okay, here's another fact. The number of black men who are marrying outside of their race has drastically increased, which simply just means they are not picking us. And that is a big concern for me. So you got to ask yourself, what is it about you that makes us less desirable? That is what we have to figure out, because the men do desire to be in a relationship. They're getting married and they're outnumbering us in marriages. They're just not picking us. So it's time to really figure out, how can I be different? What do I need to switch up to really get what I truly desire from this black man?
Girl, shut the fuck up, please. Girl. I'm about to throw my phone. My black man. They be sounding like a fucking prod is put up their ass. You know my black man. Let's listen to what Sabrina Parr said. Let me scroll down a little bit so I can get back to her comment. I have no problem with this because it will honestly show how very little their money goes. LOL. What normal men pay in child support barely covers their school lunch for the month, but they don't want to talk about that. That's what Sabrina Parr had to say. You better go get you a black man because this black man, because he's black man. You better go get you a good black man. Girl, shut the fuck up with that shit. If as a man you are pressed about child support, maybe you should have been mindful to protect your seed in the first place. Sperm is not a seed, it's a fertilizer. It fertilizes the egg. I disagree, and there are too many reasons to list here. Ladies, protect your womb. Let's listen to this. This is what I was listening to this morning, and then we're going to close out on this.
According to the CDC, 3.6 million babies were born in 2023 in the U.S. That's about 76,000 fewer than the previous year, and the lowest one-year tally since 1979. Joining us with the economic implications of the declining U.S. birth rate, Melissa Kearney is an economics professor at the University of Maryland.
It's no shade to my kids, but I wish I was among you. I do. I wish I was among the single no dependents. I sure do. Woo, baby. I wish I do. I wish. And it's no shade to the kids, but I wish I was among you. So I support you. You have 100,000% support from me to remain childless, to remain child free. I support y'all. Baby, I lift you up. If you ever need anything from me, you let me know, bitch. If you ever need me to speak up for the child-free women, you got me to speak up. I'll put the microphone, cut the microphone on, girl. I'll speak up for y'all. Shit.
Good morning to you.
Keep your damn legs closed.
Somehow every story relates back to Elon Musk one way or another, and this is an issue that he's been talking about for quite some time, Melissa.
They're using you as machines to create more workers. That's the only reason why they care about the birth rate. What are we going to do as an economy if we don't have a bunch of fucking workers? We need women to create more humans, and they're not. You know why? Because the niggas ain't shit. And when I'm talking about niggas, I'm talking about white, red, yellow, green, blue, purple, orange, polka dot, stripes, bitch, all of them. The girls on TikTok is running their mouths. They letting you know they ain't shit. They ain't shit in marriages. They ain't shit with 6 figures. They ain't shit. And nobody wants to reproduce you motherfuckers. Because when they do, y'all complain about taking care of them. Keep your goddamn legs closed. Child-free women, I salute you. Today, bitch, I salute your ass. Stay child-free. Don't get fucked up and get into a system where you have to deal with somebody or not have to deal with somebody. If you want to have a baby, have one on your goddamn own. Because the niggas is laying their fertilizer, their manure in anybody they want to lay it in. They don't even go to the sperm banks and get a couple dollars for it. They want to lay it in everybody else in the community. They won't even go to the sperm bank and get compensated for it. But then when they have a bunch of kids, now they complaining because they don't want to take care of them. Keep your goddamn legs closed to all of them.
How bad is it, and when do we have to really start worrying about it?
We're going to end on this.
Thanks for having me on, Andrew. So it's actually quite likely that in the not too distant future, the global population is going to decline. But in the U.S., we're facing a shrinking working age population pretty imminently. So I think that's something that
we're facing a shrinking working age population. There's going to be a gap because women are waiting, right? Women are not getting pregnant earlier. The teen birth rate is down. No matter what these people are telling you, do not let them lie to you and get, oh, the black teens is up. No, birth rates are down. Teen pregnancy rates are down. They've been down. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, I know there's still teen pregnancy still exists, but the rates are down. Low fertility rate, low birth rate. South Korea, motherfucking Japan, they are not able to recover. Do you hear me? And I can't wait until the United States is unable to recover because the women have stopped having children or are waiting until they're older and deciding, well, I just want to have a baby. I can do it without a man because I've done everything. I have the education. I got the 6 figures. I have the home. I'm solid in everything. Now I want a child. I have the wisdom, the patience, and everything now. I can take care of a child. Going down to the sperm bank or adopting, whatever the hell you want to do. Listen to her. I'm speeding it up.
To be worried about. Our working age population has been stagnant for a while. Births in the U.S. have been falling persistently and precipitously since 2007, and I don't see any reason to think they're going to turn around.
If you were going to do something about that, what would it be?
So unfortunately, the lesson we can learn from other high-income countries that have been expressly experimenting with pro-natalist policies really reveals that economic tinkering, some tax credits here or there, extended parental leave, that's not going to do it. So I think if what we want to do is just hold steady birth rates, even at the low level they are, or turn them around to increase them, it's going to take a real big investment in families in this country, a lot more support, financial support, things that make it easier for parents to combine having kids and working, really a dramatic reorientation of society toward a more family-friendly society. Short of that, we have to think about how to...
I mean, we've been going the last 100 years the other direction, though. So do you think there's a political... So it would have to be a political...
Oh, here, let me go back a little bit. Hold on.
Short of that,
It says CDC birth rate report. Numbers based on over 99.9% of the 2023 birth certificates. Under 3.6 million born in 2023, 76,000 less than 2022. In 2023, births lowest 1 year tally since 1979. Fertility rate went to 2.1 kids to 1.6 kids per woman. U.S. births dropped. The girls are stopped being machines. Even in this report, the lady says, even in the Netherlands, where they have like the best, like they're like the best with mother, parents, and all that, they give you all the things, the women are still only having 2, and that's it. They're not being machines having 6, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. When I see these YouTube fucking families and the women got a bunch of, you're a machine to that motherfucking man. And when he gets sick and tired of you and he drops your shit, then you're going to be on fucking YouTube looking crazy with all your 7 kids looking crazy. And then when the kids get older and decide they don't want to film anymore, where's the novelty in your fucking channel? Every time I see these channels with these women with a bunch of kids, it makes me want to vomit. It does. It does. U.S. birth rates dropped 4% from 2019 to 2020.
We have to think about how to.
I mean, we've been going the last 100 years the other direction, though. So, do you think there's a political? It would have to be a political will almost. What would be a good country to take to look at as an example?
Did you hear him say we have to make it a political will so that you bitches can start having babies again? Girl, we have to put it in politics. How are they doing that? No abortions. Fuck around and find out. So protect yourself if you want to fucking continue to have babies. I mean, continue to have sex, because a lot of y'all act like I have a high sex drive. So continue to have your sex. If you get pregnant, do what you need to do. But the people are not. They're not. They're not. They want you to slip up and get pregnant. So then you can't have no. Oh, now we got another worker here. Now we got a worker or somebody that they can sell into sex trafficking.
Of a country that's turned this the right direction.
Yeah, so this is actually a really interesting point. I think this is why this major challenge has snuck up on us, is because people have had in mind since the 1960s this misguided worry about overpopulation. So you're right, people have been celebrating declines in birth rates, and now all of a sudden we're starting to realize that that's actually going to be really bad for our fiscal situation and our economic dynamism.
I love it.
You know, who's turned it around? Japan has managed to stall the decline in birth rates. It's still birth rates in Japan are still so low that they're far below replacement level. I suppose they haven't fallen out quite as far as South Korea. They've spent 4 times as much in terms of sharing their GDP on pro-family policies in recent decades. France has managed to throw a lot of support.
Baby, the way South Korea, the women have responded to the misogyny, bitch, you can't get close to me at all. I don't give a fuck if I have a high sex drive. I'll give me a goddamn, what's that man with a goddamn cucumber, bitch. If times get rough, goddamn it. Girl, it's not worth it. The dick is not worth it. What did Doechii tell you? It's not worth it. It's not fetch, girl. It's not. You look a mess hole.
Stalled out their fertility decline, but still far below replacement level. I can't really point to an advanced economy that has turned around declining fertility rates. That's the issue here. So I think what we have to think about is, if we're facing an aging population, a shrinking age working population, how do we invest in a talent pipeline when there are just simply fewer workers around? So that's going to take a big investment.
That's all they care about is workers. They don't care about women. They don't even care. They just need you to produce the baby. They don't care about your health. They don't care about you being able to afford the baby once it gets here. They don't give it the environment around the baby. They don't care about the environment around it. They don't care. They just need a fucking worker. They just need a worker. That's all they need. And you're the machine to do it. So cut it out. I'm here for it. I want to read some of these comments. Let me read some of these comments. I see some of y'all. I see some of y'all in the comments. I posted this to the community page. Shout out to Scorpio Bell. She said, no, because women don't want to be in relationships with men anymore. It is not worth it. Surprisingly, there's a lonely male crisis and a birth rate decline, yet they act like those things don't correlate. Lonely men and low birth rates. Nobody wants to be around you miserable ass niggas. We'd rather be around each other, or no one. We'd rather be in community with people who are emotionally regulated. And people, that is, girl, the way that marriages look, the way y'all be looking in your marriages, that don't look appealing at all. There's no incentive to marry. Ebony told you there's no intrinsic value on being a wife. Even though there's some women who are, they're still delusional and still think that there's some value in that. There's no value in that, sweetie. While there's a portion of y'all running around still trying to find your Boaz, girl, almost poked my eye out. You guys are running around trying to find some nigga in the Bible, girl. No, what time is it? We gotta go. Okay, we gotta go. Girl, it's not what it's never been what it's cracked up to be. The veil has dropped. The girls see who is behind the curtain, and it's all a fucking grift, and the jig is up. Shout out to all of the women who are child free, who are choosing to be child free, who will remain child free, who look to their platonic relationships as fulfillment. They don't need a child to be fulfilled. They don't see a child as an accomplishment. So shout out to y'all. Keep striving. Develop your platonic relationships. Those are just as fulfilling. Your friends who have children, help them parent their children. Help them out if they need help. If you want to be an auntie or whatever, right? A play auntie or whatever. Your other siblings who have children, there's other ways to be around children, to have children, and you don't have to have a baby. You don't have to have a baby, and don't allow anyone to make you feel guilty for not reproducing. That is not your role here. That is not what you're here to do. Despite everything you've been told since you were a little girl, that is not your purpose. Okay? I gotta go. Take care of each other, protect your energy. We're gonna try to make another video. I know this is kind of long and it was all about child support, but that's what sent me on. So take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes, okay? Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.